All right, I had a little bit of time left on my Ruck, and I didn't want to do another car video, but I had this really great idea that I just wanted to document. So, like I said before, at this point, I'm basically trying to become the music version of Alex Hormozi, which I think would be super cool because there's a huge void right now for that in hip-hop specifically, but in music business in general and just being an artist, because everyone's so focused on just being an artist and not really like the big picture play. And whatever. So that I just thought now, because there's a lot of stuff that I learned from these business people that doesn't necessarily translate one-to-one with music. So I'm constantly finding ways to like translate it as much as possible because it's so proven and it works so well in their fields. It's just about figuring out how to apply the framework to what I do. So I had a fun thought because when you look at Alex Hormozi, he always talks about how his goal when he puts out content and gives you game and tries to teach people on how to become better businesses is that they're gonna eventually create a movement and an influence amongst the next generation of business people so that when they become successful, they have already applied frameworks that they've taught to them through free YouTube videos and social media videos. And then so when they come to acquisition.com and they get acquired, they can basically have good faith and be like, oh, okay, perfect. Like you already learned how to go from 0 to 10 million using the stuff that we gave you for free. Now let us buy into your company and we'll take you from 10 million to 100 million and beyond. And so I thought about it because initially that's not what I really wanted to do with RPG, right? Because I don't sell coaching. I'm not selling a course. I don't want to hold people's hands throughout this process, at least not while I'm doing it myself. But at some point, I am going to want to obviously, take a backseat and garner the next generation of artists. Like that's going to happen way later down the line. So I can also use that same framework and just apply it as like a record label. If you think about it, right? Like, so I can say, so part of the reason why I'm giving you guys so much game is because in 25 years or whatever, when I retire, or you think about even like Cole and Kendrick, like they're still active right now, but they have their own record labels and shit. So I'll just be like, I don't know, in 15 years, when I've already crushed it in the music game, and I've already, did my due diligence. I've won the Grammys. I've sold out the shows. I've sold out the tours, blah, 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 blah. And I basically want to create a generation of artists that are similar in mindset to me, but obviously, self-development, self-improvement, and always looking at the bigger picture, just like, resonating, making real art, making stuff that resonates with people. And yeah, just like, less fluff, less filler, less microwave rap, less microwave music, more art and shit. And so, hold on, just so y'all can see. I don't know if I can see it on there. So we did 2.25 miles, average pace, 20 per mile, 263 calories. You feel me? So even on my active rest days, I'm still putting in work. And just for context, this was 25 pounds. It was a little over 25 pounds because I have a textbook in there. Usually I've been doing 30 pounds, but like I said, active rest days. So I decided to take five pounds off because for the next 6 days in a row, I'm going to be doing 30 pounds again. And that's just probably going to suck. So, all right. Anyways, back to what I was saying. So yeah, basically I can start using that as part of the tagline as well, where it's like, and look, I'm not just doing this to help y'all for free. The idea is that if I do my job correctly and I become as big and as influential as I plan to be, I can then double back later on and be like, hey, so all these artists, so now that I'm who I am now and I have this RPG shit, this brand, if you want to be a part of RPG and you want to sign to my record label and you feel like you have what it takes and you were inspired by my journey, then you can apply here, some shit like that, you feel me? And if I fuck with you, if you're really dope and I feel like I could help you get to the next level, then you'll sign to RPG. And obviously it'll be, since it's artist ran, and it's, you'll get to see so much of me from my come up in my story that you'll have a lot of confidence in my ability to actually deliver on the promises and not just be like a shady record label type shit. And so that could be really cool. I don't know. I don't know why I didn't think about it till now. I never thought about that part of the translation, which is like RPG being a genuine record label at some point, not just my personal brand, not just my vehicle for getting my music out there, but to then help the next generation of artists who feel like they fit under that umbrella and who I'm inspired by and I want to help. And that way I continue to stay relevant as time goes on, because we all know that no matter how big you are, you're never going to be the biggest artist forever, obviously, right? Like right now, Drake probably has the longest, most historic run in hip hop right now, in general. And it's going to be talked about for a while, obviously, but I think most people can agree that he's already hit his peak. And now it's just a very, very, very slow but definite decline until he no longer is the hottest, biggest rapper in the game anymore. And so everyone's gonna have their moments, right? Everyone's gonna flash. They're gonna, and if you do it right, you'll last longer than other people, but you're never gonna have, but the peak is a peak for a reason, you feel me? No matter how long your career is, no matter how relevant you stay, you will never, you're always gonna have a peak at some point. So the idea is, how do I maximize that peak as much as possible to then translate into future peaks, right? Because you have, me on my come up story or whatever, and then one day when things start blowing up for real, it'll be like, okay, boom, now I'm here, now I'm in the space, now I'm new to the game, and then I just prove myself, I drop a classic album, blah blah blah, right? And then it's like, okay, boom, Eric Jr., and then I'm gonna slowly recede from the limelight. But if I do my job correctly and I plant the seeds for RPG and I make it the idea of, look, I'm doing this now so I can show you guys how to do it, and eventually I want to help people along the way. So later on, when I want to, take a backseat and be the business mogul, you feel me, on my Hove shit, now the next person that sweeps the fucking Grammys is gonna be an RPG artist, and I'll still have my name. You feel me? Like the legacy lives on type shit. Like, oh yeah, and this was created by, and that artist will, not be forced to shout me out, but they're going to want to because of how much help, genuine help and care that I put into them and their careers. So I don't know. It was a random thought I had while I was rucking, like just the last 5 minutes. I just felt like documenting it because it's probably going to be a thing later on. And the fact that I get to actually document the genesis of that idea is pretty fucking cool. So yeah, RPG, record label, and I'm going to try to figure out how to weave into the tagline that, me putting out all this content isn't just to help me, but isn't just to help you guys, but also to help me later on. So that way when I'm looking for artists to sign, I can just be like, instead of me looking for artists to sign, they're going to be like begging me. They're going to be like, yo, I watched all your videos. I learned all your frameworks. I applied all the stuff that you're talking about, and I was able to get to this level, but I'm looking to go further, blah, 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 blah. And I'll be like, okay, cool. I could tell that he or she, is coachable, is interested, is inspired, is what I'm looking for, whatever. And yeah, I just thought that's super cool. There's so many ways to translate the shit that they talk about. It's so cool. And you know what it is? I'm not gonna lie. I feel like I have an unfair advantage because not a lot of people live in both of these worlds. So many people are just live in the artist world, and they just like to believe like, oh, just music and music business only. But like, if you just apply regular business practices to music business, it's the same thing. It's not the same thing, obviously, but you can translate a lot more of it than you realize. And I think that's gonna be really fun, showing people that that's a thing. Because especially hip hop specifically is very, very young, and music business does not work like any other business for no other reason other than so that certain small elite people can keep all of the power. You know what I mean? Like, we all know this stuff, that the record labels keep all the power, and then, radio was involved in it as well, and then the streaming area fucked everything up because now, and then social media, and the floodgates are open, and now it's no man's land. Now everything is crazy. So I think it's going to take, pioneers like me, and I say pioneer in quotes because I'm not creating anything new. I'm just taking stuff that's already worked in other fields, and I'm going to start translating it. And I know, I'm not mistaken for a second in thinking that I'm the only one that's doing this. I know there's some other motherfucker out here right now doing the same shit that I'm probably doing, that I'm racing against as we speak. So I definitely have to put my foot on the gas because I want to be not only the first, but the best. I want both. And if I can't be the first, I'll definitely be the fucking best. But if I could also be the first and then also become the best later on, that'd be fucking sick as hell. So yeah, that's my path right now. I definitely feel it. It feels really good. And it's dope because it's just like, I don't see anyone doing this. Everyone just talks about being an artist. And like the same shit we've always heard over and over and over and over again. Just put out music, just be authentic, just be yourself. And the fans gonna fuck with you and da-da-da. It's like, no, man, like, give me a framework. Like, and yeah, this video was supposed to be like literally 2 minutes long. I don't know why it's this long, but fuck it. I'm excited. And yeah, One Piece episode, Gear 5th drops tonight. Today is August 5th, so midnight, August 6th. That's fucking epic. All right, fuck it. One last blurb on here while I'm here. This will be like episode 3.5, I guess, or just episode 3 continued. Fuck, I keep saying episode 3, but it's actually episode 2. So I was yesterday I was watching YouTube and they had this is gonna sound so silly, but it's just really real and someone's gonna resonate with this. I should make this a whole separate topic, but fuck it. There's a trailer for this video game called Project L. I don't know what the actual official title is gonna be called in the future, but it's basically League of Legends is a fighting game. And it looks so fucking good. I swear to God, I wanna play that shit right fucking now. But I remember watching the trailer for it and I was literally just thinking in my head like, yo, if this was 10 years ago, I would literally drop everything I was doing and just play this game. Like the same way we obsessed over League of Legends when we were younger, when we were in high school, bro, all we did was play League of Legends. Like that shit was addicting. League of Legends and Minecraft. I'm gonna keep it a beam with you. And so I looked at Project L and I was thinking like, wow, like part of me almost feels like FOMO because it's like, damn, I know a lot of people who are gonna just play this game. Even though it is for a younger audience, like me and my homies are more grown up now. Like I'm 24. But still a piece of me really thought like, man, like, it's so interesting how, I don't know if the word is sacrifice, but I don't know. It's just like, you can't have everything, right? Obviously, it's such an obvious thing. I'm not really saying anything insightful here, but it was just a really palpable moment. It was really like heartfelt, like, damn, like my childhood is over. You feel me? And that's not a bad thing. Shout out to Tim Grover. He says childhood is overrated and you could probably have a better childhood in your adulthood if you play your cards right. And I truly believe in that. And that's what I'm working towards right now. So I don't know, it was just an interesting moment though of just seeing like that trailer and just thinking like, oh my God, like I wish, part of me in my brain was like, damn, I wish I could just drop what I was doing and just play video games for 24 hours straight. Like there's a real thought in my head like that. And I feel like a lot of you guys don't see that side of successful people, in that you think like we're just hardwired to just do the thing all the time. And it's just not true. We're regular fucking people. We want to fuck off and do shit. Like I see Russ on his story sometimes. He'll just be posting him watching like random ass movies or anime or playing Harry Potter, like other video games and shit like that. And it's like, we're just regular people too. And obviously I don't have to tell y'all because I give you so much, you know, I hit you over the head with it with every one of these fucking episodes where I'm just like, just overbearingly lame as fuck. But I think it's important. Because then when you see me like beasting later on and you're like, I feel like I look super unreachable and unattainable and I don't seem like a regular person anymore, I'm happy I'll have this out there so that you guys can see like, no, like I really am just a regular person. And obviously my mindset will change. I'll become more advanced and I can't just be that regular person in front of you guys all the time. Like I got work to do and shit. But I don't know, it was just a real moment. Part of me wishes I could just drop everything and play Project L. That's so silly to say, but so very real. So, yeah. Ugh. One day these episodes will be good. One day.